Hello everybody, this is lesson number 40, and in lesson number 40 for this week I want to show you one more tune. Well, it's not a tune, it's just the second half of Cumberland Gap. Now, this is quite a challenging thing. I took the Earl Scruggs arrangement like I did for the first part. It's pretty much Earl Scruggs, and this is very much Earl Scruggs, the second part. So take a screenshot of that, and again, you can download this from our Kruger Brothers homepage. Just go and it's free PDF. Just download it. It says on top lesson 40. You can see that it's Cumberland Gap high part. So I can explain that to you. I want to show this to you now because it's going to be challenging. Trust me, but you can do it. It's not a matter if you can or not, but it's going to be a little challenging because we're going to go up the neck, and I'm going to teach you the most important position that you need up the neck on the banjo. Looks like this. It's just a chord. Now let's think about, you have a C chord, and you take that C chord and you take the middle finger and you put it on the third string like that. Take a C chord, take the middle finger and put it on the third fret. And now you just move up until your index finger is hitting the 8th fret. This one here, right here. Here, right after this marker, the 7 marker, you have the index finger here. And you make a C chord and then you go like this. So this is the position. Ring finger on the 9, index finger on the 8, middle finger on the 9 on the third string. So this is the position. So once you got this position, let's just do a forward backward roll. You can hear this position in, let's say, Sally Gooden, or Cumberland Gap, or you can hear that, yeah, all the time. Even shaving a haircut. Constant. It's just a constant. You just always just sort of, this is the way to go. So that's why I want to teach you this Cumberland Gap version, because it's out of this position. So there's one very tricky part now. If once you have this position down, we need to have a very spicy note here, and this is, you have to take your little finger, and this is now the tricky part. You go to the 2nd string and put it on the 11th fret on the 2nd string, right here. Now, okay, this is not easy. You look at my hand. I'm not trying to do this. I'm not trying to do this. Just keep my hand straight. Yeah, here in the wrist. Not too crooked. And then sort of reach with the little finger up there. Maybe you can just go to the 10 for now. And then you can play the same arrangement and just using, instead of the 11, using the 10. Until you get ready to move the little finger up. There's actually John Hickman, one of my favorite banjo players of all time. You know, it was such an influence. And first of all, he's an amazing gentleman. And when I was a kid, you know, I studied John Hickman. I've just loved his playing so much. And I think he had a different way of doing it. He sort of did it in a different way, because I don't know if he was not able to do it like that. I think he was. But he just found a different way of doing it, and I just, you know, try to do it this way. But if you can't, maybe there's another way you can reach the same notes. But don't give up for now, okay? Just really stick with what I'm trying to show you here. So it starts off with holding this position, and then you start with a forward roll, starting on the 5th string. And now comes this little finger here. While you hold the rest of the position, just never let go. And then you have this is 11, and then the 1st string. And then you move back with your little finger to the 10 and play the thumb on the 2nd string. And then the middle finger again. So the last 4 notes of this first bar is index, 2nd string, 1st string with the middle finger, with the little finger here. And then move back, thumb, 2nd string, and 1st string. So it looks like this. Okay, so spend some time just on that. Don't go any further, because if you can play this, the rest of it is easy. So okay, and then you can relax, because you just do a forward backward roll, just a regular forward backward roll that we always played. And then you do the same, then you do the first one again. You remember the classical period? Things sort of circle around. And then it has to be an end. So it's forward roll, and then index finger on the 8, and a pinch. So that's the last bar. So first one. Relax. Again. Okay, and then you see there's a repeat sign, so we do that again. And now we have to get back down again, and instead of doing the pinch, we do just thumb, index, and then we're already now actually at Cumberland Gap again, down, but we're using that first bar of the low version of Cumberland Gap. We're using that first bar as a transition bar to get from the high part to the low part. So that bar looks like this: 5th string, and then we play with the middle finger that 2nd string on the 5th fret, and we use that, remember, for Bill Cheatham. So and then we play the 5th string and the 2nd string together, and then open. So some people then play also the 2nd string with the 5th string together, I saw, but don't worry, but it's all right. And then it continues with the regular Cumberland Gap. You see, let's just revisit the Cumberland Gap. It starts off with, right? And so instead of having this first bar, I just go and this is how I get from the high part to the low part. All right, so here we go. I show you the how it sounds in context together. So you get the idea. That was way too fast, I know, but I just wanted to show you that this is actually a really great arrangement and sounds, it's complete professional. It's not a beginner's thing. It's really, really good. So don't worry if you play it like this, or all right, just go really, really slow. Use the correct fingers. I put the fingers underneath the line, and use the correct fingers. Leave me some comments. I read them all, and I can answer you. Or if you have a question that you need to be answered is a little longer, just contact me on the Kruger Brothers homepage, and write a letter, an email to my secretary down in the studio, and she will forward me everything to me. So all good. Well, I hope you enjoyed these last 10 lessons, and I wish you luck with your journey, and we'll see you next week for 10 more. All right, you all take care. Bye-bye. Stay well.